to me, when I hear cushy, I'm hearing like, regimented, repeated, again, controlled. Like, I got to have my coffee at this time. I got to have this. Where's my thing? I got to have this t-shirt, like all these things that you're trying to control to just sort of like maintain this illusion of balance and sort of comfort.
I didn't have my coffee, my whole day shot.
Yeah. And so a similar experience, and I won't go into it too much, but just getting thrown for a loop and having to fly to New York to film a golf event. I've never filmed for them before. It's my buddy DJ.
A week and a half ago.
Yeah. It's a company he's working for now. And so your mind gets racing. Am I going to remember to bring everything? Am I going to have this, DJ. The right Great cable? Dude. Yeah. I'm going to have the right cable. Like, you start working yourself up into all this stuff, and anxiety. I got to leave my kids, all this stuff that you start freaking out about. And slowly I just started unpacking, not unpacking, but sort of surrendering. I jokingly said that word earlier. The reason I said it is because it's a word that's come up several times in previous episodes. And it's something that I've learned to do is, look at a situation. You've got a lot of anxiety. You're freaking out about it. You don't know how to control it, to get a handle on it. Figure out what you can control and then surrender to the rest. I was on that shoot. I'm like, this just is what it is. It's 93 degrees out. You're running around with a camera. You haven't done this before for this specific, client. It's going to be what it's going to be. And that doesn't mean you phone it in and you just half-ass it, but you just go, look, I'm going to take photo. I ended up not getting enough photos. I wasn't in trouble for it, but they would prefer more photos. And I was more focused on some stand-up interviews and this and that, all this other stuff. So I'm going out again, not as last minute, but I'm flying out to another golf tournament to film it because there's a scheduling conflict with DJ. I'm certainly less freaked out about it. But then at the flip side, I don't want to be so loose that I'm not sharp. Yeah. That I'm not paying attention, that I'm not, that I'm just like, I don't want to be careless. Yeah. Right.
But I think
just sort of, just like complete surrender and just, if I remember to press record, great.
Yeah. Tying it in though, like, do you feel that when you came back, you were sharper about your day to day?
I think
it injected a.
Well, I think I just, again, this is all about balance. I think if the deck is stacked too much on just my daily routine and getting the kids up and making coffee and sitting down and recording, like, I need to have this back and forth of experiences that make me uncomfortable, that push the limits, that force me to surrender,
reset your baseline almost.
Yeah, that just get me uncomfortable or get me out of my routine. By the end of some of those experiences, I'm very much craving going back. I can't wait to just wake up, make coffee, hang out with the kids, because I'll appreciate it more. Yeah. It'll be less about control and reducing friction and more about savoring it and being present and in the moment, right? And not going, how do I take 3 steps out of this process to make it a little bit easier? How do I buy more shit to make this thing easier to do? How do I talk to my kids or my wife about streamlining the morning routine? All this stuff that you're trying to control.
I'm going to optimize all these trivialities. Yeah.
So, so I'll give you just a quick example. So, when you think about getting picked up at the airport, whether you Uber home or somebody comes and picks you up, you just got back from a thing, you're kind of tired, you'd want to get home. I did the opposite. I was like, you know what, honey, can you park the truck at the parking garage and bring the kids into the airport and let's just have a little thing here.
Relax,
so I went to the car rental lounge, which is kind of a cool lounge at Epley Airfield, and you can look at the.
Looks like 2001.
Yeah, it's very cool. Kids came up. It wasn't like immediately, okay, let's go, let's get in the truck, let's load everything up. It was like, let's just hang out here for a minute. The kids love going to the airport. I wanted to just hug them and be with them because I missed them like crazy. And it was just, choosing to kind of do the opposite of what you might normally do when you return home from someplace after being on the road. So
you're zenning out, man. You're like growing your hair out. You're becoming more.
But just to wrap up the point, it's going. Look, there are times where I want a 2-week clip of my daily boring routine life. But then there are times where I want some chaos and I want some unpredictability and I want some spontaneity. I want some discomfort on an adventure, getting thrown into something I'm not used to, if it's work related, or choosing to just go, you know what? Alex, you've been talking about this. I've been talking about this. Let's get in the truck or the Lexus, and we're going to go to South Dakota and figure it out.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't have a hotel. We don't have a motel. We don't even know what we're going to do, but we're just going to make it up as we go and see what happens.
Yeah.
And then, again, you come home and it's just a different perspective.
It had been a golden afternoon, and I remember having the familiar conviction that life was beginning over again with the sunrise.